Hello everyone and welcome back to Jasmine's Crazy Cat Tarot. And what I want to do is a super quick reading in regards to Reverend Donna Serafina, in case you're looking for her page, in reference to her reading her clue about Jack and Lilly. So her clue was the little poem, Peter, pumpkin eater, had a girl but couldn't keep her. That was the clue that was given to Donna, and I completely trust Donna's psychic abilities. The spirits are very connected with her, and I would like to ask, what is this pumpkin clue that Donna has? Let's see if Spirit can give us a little bit more insight. We're going to ask the cards, we're going to ask the radio frequencies, we're going to ask the dictionary. And when I was trying to find, I knew I had a few pumpkin things lying around, and I want to just show Spirit exactly why is this significant. I also found this in my daughter's room. Now she is 11, but she's definitely not a fan of this. So maybe she got it in a Happy Meal or something like that. But we do know someone who enjoys that and had a channel in regards to that. So I don't know if that's significant. Could be. Maybe it's a coincidence. But let's see. I want to ask, what does this pumpkin reference mean? So can we please tune in with the energy of Jack and Lilly Sullivan, please and thank you. Spirit, what does this clue mean? This pumpkin clue. Please give us some insight. Assassination, blood. We also have missing. And this is a letter. So it's like a clue is an insight, but there's still more to be revealed, but it's something to do with why they are gone, why they're missing. So I do need to get better at shuffling, so my apologies. The pumpkin is attached to that. So that wasn't the intention, but okay. Does this one want to peep out? This one is peeping. These two are peeping. Assassination and legal proceedings, and a bow. So that could be significant, or an object to put things in or on. Spirit, what is the significance of Reverend Donna Serafina's pumpkin clue? Please and thank you. What is it in relation to? A road? Maybe it could be the name of a place where they are or near. Can we get more insight into Reverend Donna's clue about the pumpkins? What do the pumpkins represent? A motel? A hotel? Okay. What do the pumpkins represent? Please and thank you. Money. To be honest, this is looking like the pumpkins have something to do with maybe this organized crime or trafficking ring that Daniel and his brother may be involved in. But the pumpkin could be like the location of somewhere. Yeah, where the children were taken to, I feel like this was an ongoing thing, but when something happened or disaster happened, I do feel like they both made a journey. So they wouldn't get caught. They needed to make it look like a runaway or a kidnapping instead of an assassination. We have man-made disaster. Yeah, so this didn't happen by accident. 100% not. So let's get some tarot. And let's ask the tarot about Reverend Donna's vision. So we have the Queen of Wands, passionate. And let me get this here. We have the Temperance, healing in reverse. Okay, sorry. Okay. Okay, so can we clarify legal proceedings, please, and thank you. Okay, healing. So I feel like someone wants to show the public that they're healed, but inside they're unhealed. This could be the mother energy. Can we clarify assassination? Passion? Was this a crime of passion? Can we clarify road? We have the Three of Pentacles, learning in reverse. Someone didn't learn their lesson and then they had to deal with the consequences. Can we clarify motel, hotel? We have the King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so there was a place to go where all hell could break loose. Somewhere secret, somewhere private. Can we clarify money? And we have the Star in reverse. Unfulfillment. So someone wasn't fulfilled. Someone wasn't learning their lesson. Someone was loose. And someone was passionate about making a man-made disaster look like it was an accident, a coincidence. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So someone wanted to make up for or heal a betrayal. Someone is trying to heal a betrayal because they don't want justice to catch up with them, okay? So, yeah, let's get the tea. And then we'll get the radio on. So, bad reputation and no facts. So maybe someone has a bad reputation, but the truth still isn't out about them. Maybe their reputation will get even worse. Okay, so Spirit, I want a little bit of insight or clarity onto this pumpkin vision, this pumpkin clue. What is the tea on this pumpkin clue? Please and thank you. Bankrupt? Yeah, something to do with money or an organization. What is this pumpkin clue? Fake smiles? Yeah, someone's pretending that they're happy and healed or they're coping with something. What is the tea about this pumpkin? Bad reputation. The tea about the pumpkin? Bad karma. So the pumpkin represents something bad. What is the tea on this pumpkin? Ego. Yeah, and this is like learning something with a book in hand. Ego getting in the way of a relationship. So whatever this represents, it was getting in the way of someone's relationship. They're going to have bad karma and a bad reputation if it gets found out. They're putting on fake smiles for the world because they haven't been exposed. But all this comes down to money. And yeah, we have, this is a bird of prey. This is telling me that something about this pumpkin clue, this is a group of predators. So maybe it's something to do with the name of the place they meet. They could meet up in motels or places that are under the radar. They could do their monkey business or dirty deeds in these seedy places, but it's something seedy and something that predators do. And birds of a feather flock together. And yeah, I feel like this somehow is what Donna was picking up on. So let's ask the radio. I won't play the songs for too long because I don't want to get copyrighted. We'll see when I upload these videos whether I can keep doing this or not. But let me know what you think down below. Spirit, my intention is to try find out why Donna got this Peter Pumpkin Eater reference. Please and thank you. I'm a believer.
Later on. We still have 4 more songs. On something. 087. Yes. B-A-M.
And finally, taking that statement from back. Yeah. White chicks.
The rights of the child, and that's an attractive option for lots of people.
Child and attractive, yeah. These guys, and this is like a ring of predators, a ring of fire.
Are we going?
Are we going? Someone said, are we going?
So many. I think this is worthy.
Were they? Were they what? Involved?
Unfortunately, beside.
That's water. Water could be significant. That's Ed Sheeran. Meet me somewhere tonight. Meet me at the motel tonight. Something about the water.
So, are you without the poker?
6 is making it. It's busy.
Did I hear 6? I think I did. That could be Lily's energy.
Kind of. It's in Ireland where people.
This is a need-to-know basis, so this is an underground ring. Yeah.
Time talk with Niall.
Pharmacy.
Relax.
Something about a pharmacy, something about drugs.
On Dublin's Q10.
Lasting impression.
And a lasting impression. Final message, Sphere, before we move on to the dictionary.
Here's a rose.
The spirits are saying this is all we need to know right now. Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Spirit. Okay, and let's get a final message from the dictionary. What does this pumpkin, represent? Don't drop the pumpkin. What does this pumpkin represent? Please and thank you. We have the J energy again. And yeah, jackpot. Jackpot often comes out in the dictionary, but in the cards too for this case. So what can we make out of pumpkins? Jack-o'-lanterns. So this is significant. You can carve the pumpkin. You can put something in to the pumpkin. Okay, let's see. This page always opens, by the way. Let's see. What is the significance of this pumpkin? Please and thank you, Spirit. Okay. Radium could be significant. Piteous, arousing pity. Someone wants people to feel sorry for them. Pitfall, unsuspected danger or obstacle. We have affirmation. Okay, so there was affirmation of people, things. They don't want this to be known because people will come out with their pitchforks. Something is very dark. This whole situation. We have a slope could be significant. A pistol, a pit. A pick could be significant. Okay, and look, support for a roof of mine. That could be significant. So a pit head, an entrance to a mine, and a support of it. So people need to check the mines, the caves, and someone's in a hollow depression. Someone has a scar on their skin, hollow on the surface. So I feel like the children are somewhere where it's hollow together in something, pizza. And does any of you guys remember a few years ago, what was the scandal that came out? Pizza Gate. And what was that? The energy that we've picked up on here. Predators, bird of prey. Birds, plural. Yeah. More as the pity. Something was unfortunate. Pitter patter. Something was unfortunate about the children. Someone could be pregnant. Pacify. And placebo. Some sort of drug could have been a placebo, placenta. This is Mother Energy Plancha. I feel like the children's energies are very psychic. They come in very strong. This was a plan after the fact. They felt like the children were plagues, a plane. The planets could have been in alignment. Was this like a ritual occult thing as well? A plantation, yeah, taking advantage, slavery, slave trade, sex trade, a plaque, a memorial, dabble in water. So something maybe was put in the water, a plank of wood, and yeah. Final question. Was this a sacrifice or just abuse/trafficking gone wrong? Please and thank you. Time, overshoot, pass beyond target, oversleep, overspill. Okay, overstepped their boundaries, over land, by land rather than water. The children are over land. They could have overheard something. Something is overhead. Someone needed money for rent and electricity, so they did what they had to do in their mind. Overboard, something could have been thrown overboard, overdraft. Someone was in debt. Something was over. Ovary. This is giving me, a movement, because that's what the Eight of Wands represents, but it's also the sex card. So, yeah, adventure for young people. Yes. Pervs, pedos. This is what we're looking at and looking for. Yeah. Do not overlook this information. The children are over land. And someone made an oversight, a mistake. This has been picked up on before in previous readings. Over the counter. This could be over the counter pills also. Someone was working overtime. And overture has come up before. A musical composition. Friendly or formal approach to something or someone. A goal. Oxygen. I feel like the children, maybe their airways were stopped. And we also have an oxymoron. So a contradiction, bittersweet. I don't know. To me, this is looking like trafficking or abuse gone wrong. Confirmation. We have a sleepwalker. Maybe this was happening when someone was asleep or drowsy. A sun could be significant. Solve. This case needs to be solved. Someone likes to be on their own. We need a solid lead. Somatic of the body. So basically trafficking energy. Someone's in a somber energy. Sold. They were being sold, the children. But what went wrong? Soliciting things. Solstice. So it's giving occult, it's giving SA, it's giving trafficking, but it's also giving something went wrong. Maybe with a sun first, and then, secondly, Lilly. Was Lilly second? Something sordid was happening. A sorcerer. This is giving witchcraft, occult. Someone is sorry and full of sorrow now. SOS, the children needed to be rescued. Their souls are with God now. And something was heard. What is heard? Someone was sounding off. There's a sound barrier where the children are. They're in something. Soot could be significant. A cave or a mine. And something is not clearly defined. Somewhere in an unspecified place. That is where the children are. Okay. And the theory that one can only have knowledge of oneself. Okay. We need to solve this. Solicit and soul, though, are really standing out. I think maybe they would have been sold, but I feel like something went wrong first, because we've got assassination. I'd love to think they're still alive somewhere where they can be rescued. I don't think so. I think this pumpkin stands for occult, abuse, ritual, sacrifice possibly, and it stands for everything dark and disturbing. So yeah, they were part of a ring, and this ring is part of the occult. And when it comes to these things, that dark shit, sometimes blood needs to be shed. So yeah, I feel like this is somehow significant to whatever Daniel and his brother were involved in. And finally, let's ask, was this a sacrifice, or was this a murder or an accident? Please give us one card to indicate which of the three it is. A fraud. So it's not what it looks like. A party in the background. Was there a fraud at the party? Did something go wrong at the party? And we have perversion. Someone doesn't want their perversions to be known. Did someone oversee something or overhear something at the party, and they didn't want justice to come and get them? So the only way that this could not be proved, what they were doing, these things, was get rid of the children. And yeah, somewhere close to a power supply, pipelines, energy lines, energy fields. Someone's in regret. Let me just ask, was this accident or sacrifice? Outer space. Accident or sacrifice? Death. You'll do anything when you're in death. I think maybe it was a sacrifice to clear bad karma, clear the death. The death. But the death as well. So the death is meant to bring prosperity, and that's literally what Beltane represents. We also have celebrity. Wow. So I feel like this is not just something that is done the odd time. This is something that people know about. This could be a group that is a very big group. Maybe there is even celebrities in this group. There's definitely boss daddies and CEO energy. And yeah, whoa, that wants to fall. They use these as weapons because they're bird of prey. They are a group of pervs, and something about Donna's clue about this pumpkin is in relation to all of these things. So thank you so much for being here, and let me know down below what you think, what your theories are, and what you think the cards are trying to tell us. Do you feel like the children were sold, or do you feel like an accident happened? Actually, the question, do you feel like they were sold alive? We've clarified that they were when they were at home, but what caused their disappearance? Were they sold on while they were alive, or was this an accident, an overdose, or was this a sacrifice? So I'd like to hear what you all think, and if anyone has any more questions or suggestions, let me know down below. And until next time, goodbye. God bless, and let's pray for the children's safe return and for justice to be revealed. Please and thank you, Spirit. Goodbye and God bless.